Hey guys, it's Nightfox here, and I wanted to just share some updates, share some things that have been going on with me. This is gonna kind of be like a quick, short video because I have a lot going on, but a lot has been going on lately. A lot has been going on. I feel like I'm in a stage of grief, and I feel like I've been there for a long time. Um, but it's just, you know, it's because I have lost family in the past, and whether, physically or emotionally, it's still a death to me. And I do grieve that, and it's just kind of all the same to me. But this sort of death was a physical death in my family, and it happened to two family members, both of which I feel a lot of guilt about. And I'm sorry, like, I haven't been replying and I haven't really been active and stuff. I've just been kind of doing my own thing, trying to process things, and I don't know. But yeah, anyways, it's just kind of a sad situation. Like, I don't want to get too into it and stuff like that, but basically my step family's, I think it's like my stepfather's brother's granddaughter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. She committed suicide. I semi-knew her. I feel really bad about it. And then also my stepfather's mother passed away this past weekend, and there's a lot I can say about that, and I did want to share a story about it, that I can't help but feel like, well, I'll just read you the text messages, I guess. But basically, I was texting Elizabeth. I've talked about Elizabeth in the past. She's basically like the mom I never had. She has truly shown me Christ. She's shown me proof of Christ, like what unconditional love even is. Just all of that. Like, I never knew what that was until the Lord placed this woman in my life. So she has like every right to like not even be friends with me anymore, and she still wants to be in my life, and she still wants to help me, and she does help me, and she does so much for me. Like, I just can't. I've never have known someone like this, like, it's mind-blowing. But yeah, anyways, I have text messages with Elizabeth Saturday night, and then I talked to my mom also Saturday night, and I was, my stepdad's mom has been on my mind the past like couple of months, really, and I literally wrote her down in my prayers. Like, if I go get my prayer book right now, like, she's literally in there. Like, I've been praying for her for a very long time, and it wasn't until Saturday I was talking to Elizabeth and I brought it up, and Elizabeth offered me another prayer. So yeah, that very night. So I also was talking to my mom that night on Saturday, and I went church hopping, I want to say a while ago, maybe like 2 years ago, and I just remember, like, when I was, and it was all solo, it was just me, like, I didn't tell anyone about it, and I went there, and their message was about urgency, and they were talking about the sense of urgency in the Bible that they had, because they know that time is short, they know that they have to move quickly. So that was my main thought, that was my main thing, that I was thinking about, and I'm like, yeah, I need to do that, I need to move quickly, more quickly. So I texted Elizabeth and brought it up. I talked to my mom. I'm like, Mom, like, we gotta go visit Mary Lou, which is my stepdad's mom. So I was like, yeah, we gotta go visit her, blah blah blah. And my mom really wasn't interested, she didn't want to, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go with my stepdad, whatever, that's fine, I'll schedule something with him. And then that was pretty much the end of the conversation. And then that night I also texted Elizabeth at 6 p.m. I texted her pretty much after the phone call with my mom. I'm just gonna kind of skip through it because it's kind of personal, but so something about someone's Bible study. Also, I just talked to Mom, and blah blah blah. Mom was being mean to me. Sometimes she's like that. I was talking about I was talking to her about visiting my stepdad's mom, and she didn't want to. And she was telling me how nobody visits her anymore because she's a vegetable. Not even my stepdad visits her anymore, and I don't think they've ever prayed with her. I don't know why I keep thinking about her. And my stepsister doesn't really go anywhere because her kids cry, so it would probably be a huge pain to go. But yeah, I was thinking about going with my stepdad since my mom was so uninterested, but he isn't used to prayer or anything like that, really. And you can't touch her because she's basically behind a screen, Mom told me. Also, Mom something, I don't know, Mom was kind of being mean to me that day. And then Elizabeth said, I'm at 1%, let me charge and get back to you, just left a restaurant. And I said, okay, sounds good. I don't know if there's really any hope for my stepdad's mom. I just feel really bad about it. Same with my grandpa. I really don't want to freak out my stepdad either. I wouldn't even consider my stepdad spiritual. And then Elizabeth said, she's on your heart because you need to pray for her. You don't necessarily need to be there. God can work with you sitting down. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I do pray for her, and I pray for her every day, and I have the last few months. Just a really general prayer, or like a basic prayer, saying to bless them. She said, you're doing the right thing. Anytime you keep thinking of someone or seeing someone's face in your thoughts, you ask the Lord if you are to meet with them and pray for them, or if you're just to stay at home and pray for them. And then something really happened bad Sunday, and I'm like, can you please pray for me, blah, blah, blah. I'll explain more later. And then we ended up meeting up eventually, and I talked about it with her pretty much like 2 days later. But so this was Saturday night. She stayed up that at 8 p.m. So at that night, I tested out that prayer, and I literally said, Lord, if I am to meet with her and pray for them, or if I'm just to stay at home and pray for them. So that's literally what I pray to God. That's it. And yeah, the next day she passed away, and I can't help but feel guilt and shame, and I know those things are not from God, and I know those things aren't from God. Those are not feelings from God, but I can't help but feel like I almost failed, even though I know I didn't, because in some sort of sense she is set free now. It's just not what I personally wanted for her, but I know at the end of the day it's like there are things beyond our understanding, and we don't know the reasons why yet, why things happen the way they do. But, you know, Mom called me Monday, and she was just like, wow, that's really weird, like, you know, you just called me Saturday, you know. Yeah, I just prayed that prayer Saturday night, and the next day, and then Sunday was already a really bad day, and I was super distraught, and so much happened that day, and I was in tears, like, literally, like, couldn't even go home, like, still at work, just, like, driving around, like, after hearing that news, and just crying, honestly. I felt so bad. Because at the end of the day, like, I do want people to be healed, and I do want people to be set free, and I think that is so important. And it's like, Jesus can heal, and if you give him the chance, you know. And I just you know, I wish the same for pretty much everybody. And you know, it hurts me that so many people I know have broken hearts, need healing, and I just really want to show them, you know, that I don't know why my video is like kind of freezing, but I'm just gonna continue on anyways. But I know at the end of the day it's like I didn't know what was best for her, you know. I didn't know if healing her was the best thing for her. I don't know. All I know is she was completely in God's hands, and I told my stepsister about it. She was like, wow, like, you know, and I sent her like the text messages. I have the text messages, you know, and her obituary, I'm sure, is like online. Please pray for her soul and for our family. Her name was Mary Lou. And even for my stepbrother's granddaughter. You know, that death was like literally 2 weeks ago, and that still stings, because the same thing with her, the same thing with Mary Lou. I kept thinking about her, I kept thinking about her too, And for some reason it just would keep coming up and it wouldn't go away. And so I started praying for her, you know. I started praying for her a while ago, and then I kind of stopped. And I guess I just should have kept going. And I never realized, I was never super close with her. I never realized the situation. I never realized what a broken situation it was. And she lost her mom. She lost her grandma. I believe she lost her mom to alcoholism. And her stepfather disowned her. She was completely alone. And I had no idea. No one ever told me. And it's like the thought that she came to my mind and I didn't investigate it and act on it with urgency and stuff. I mean, I know it's not my fault and it wasn't my decisions at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it still is heartbreaking, and I'm a human and we are emotional beings, you know, and it still hurts. It's not like it doesn't, you know. And I'm learning to let go. I'm trying to, you know, learn to let go of the grief, try to let go of the guilt, and, you know, just accept the fact that I'm not in control, you know, that God is ultimately in control. And I can't make decisions for people, you know. I can't force people to meet God. I can't force people to read the Bible. You know, I'm just a person, and the only thing I can control is my life, you know, and control my life and the people I have in it. And, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot for one person to feel all these things on top of the grief that I'm already dealing with and other things, you know. It's just, I don't know. And I had a really bad week this past week, and please pray for my job, please pray for my finances. I know that's just such a whatever thing to pray about, but the time is coming up where, you know, I am going to go back to school. I don't think this job is for me, and I'm just trying to do what I'm assuming the Lord wants me to do. So I feel like there's only so many coincidences until you realize they're no longer coincidences, you know. And a lot has been happening at my job that, you know, it's making me realize things. So, but yeah, anyways, and I just wanted to talk about some things on my mind, some things I thought about today. Like I know today, even when I was at the grocery store, I was thinking about how people judge me for wearing like a Christian cross necklace and stuff like that. And it's like, it's just crazy how the Bible's come into life. Like, this really is the end days, and I don't even mean to say that just to say that. I mean, it really is. Like, in the final days, the road will be narrow, you know. In the final days, many will cry, Lord, Lord. And, you know, and it's just so funny because I used to think Christians were so dumb, like, so dumb and ignorant, and I just used to think, like, you know, Christians are so happy and just so dumb, and they have no idea what they're even talking about. And it's just so painfully ironic because it's like, I'm just on the other side now, and I just get it, you know, like, I get it. I get why people are pro-life now, and I don't even mean to say that out of politics or anything. Like, I am not for politics whatsoever, but it's like, you would never know that God can support a soul if they don't have God, you know? I mean, I feel like I'm saying this wrong. Like with the whole thing with abortion and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, you would never know. Like, yes, it can bring a lot of pain if you don't have God, but if you have God, it's like God has you. God is going to help you and protect you and provide for you. And it's like, people don't have God, so they just don't understand, you know? They just don't understand that side of the coin because it's just imaginary to them. It just doesn't exist for them because they ask not and they get not, you know? I'm pretty sure that's literally a verse. Let me pull it up really quick, which ironically kind of pulls into like one of my other videos when I was talking about another concept. But Let me find it. You have not because you ask not. James 4:2-3. James 2, it says. So, yeah. And I know in one of my previous videos, I literally said, like, what did I say? I said, you know, expect nothing, you get nothing, or something along those lines. I'm trying to remember exactly what I said, but it was something along those lines, so. But yeah, that verse, like, really stuck out to me. And they asked not, so they received not, you know? And, you know, when we create these boundaries for ourselves, it's harder to have a relationship with God. And it's not good, you know? It just makes things harder for everyone. And I think there are reasons why everything's happening, you know? So I guess that's all I'll say about that. But, and it doesn't mean I don't have sympathy for people. It doesn't mean I'm all right, you know? It's just I can understand now how people don't see that side of the perspective, you know? And it's sad. And it's like, I feel like with the whole Roe versus Wade thing, it's like people see my cross, people make weird faces at me, you know, and then I see other people with crosses and we make smiles and, you know, everything's good. But I can feel that judgment, like, you know, I can feel it, like nobody's business. And it's just so sad because it's like, you know, I was there, like I was literally that, you know, and it's just so funny. Like I used to be so, you know, I used to be so pro-choice and so this and that, whatever. I had no idea what, I mean, after everything I know now, like, you know, I mean, I get it now. I do. And, you know, I think certain lives can teach us certain things, and it doesn't mean we should just throw it away, you know? I mean, that's so monstrous, you know, really. You know, they're killing full-grown babies in California. How is that not murder? You know? Like, you know? I mean, kind of reminds me of a certain incident over in Germany, you know? And if you're a Nazi, you might as well just click off right now, you know? But yeah, anyways, there's just so much on my mind today, guys. Wow, this video's already so long. And I'm sorry if this offends anybody. Obviously, I don't mean to offend anybody. I have very strong beliefs, and I know what I know now, and, you know, they will stand. And it's hard sometimes with people, with work. Like, I can feel that judgment upon me, and it's so sad because it's like I want to show people, I want to help people, you know, but you can only meet people as far as they can meet themselves, you know, and that's it. That's literally it. That is as far as you can go with people, and I learned that the hard way. So, but yeah, guys, I'm very thankful I have Elizabeth, and Elizabeth, you know, she's very sympathetic about the situation, and she was just like, this is not your fault. Like, the Lord did set her soul free, and, you know, in ways that only He understands, and He knows the reasons why He had to do that, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I want to set people free. I want to set my grandpa free. I want to set my grandparents free. I want to set my family free. Like, I believe, you know, that there are things that, generational things that have tried coming against us, and it has become very apparent to me, extremely apparent, and, you know, I'm trying as much as I can, and it's so funny because, you know, we started doing this little prayer thing with Elizabeth and my buddy, and we all sit together and pray, you know, and we'd bring up our concerns and stuff, and one of the things was my devotion, you know, like, I want to be more devoted. And it's so funny because, so she's like a prophetic hearer, so she not only sees things, but she also hears things. And this will be a huge part of my testimony. This is like why I didn't kill myself, basically, but yeah, that's another time. But basically, she heard the Lord say, you are devoted. Like, you're praying for devotion, but you are devoted. Like, and she just said, like, I heard the Lord say that. And I just wanted to break down and cry, because it's like, I think she's right. Like, I try the best I can. Like, I try to hear him the best I can, follow him the best I can. I'm a human, I make mistakes sometimes, I'm not perfect. We will never amount to Jesus. I mean, I'm being completely honest, but we can strive to be like him, you know, but I always feel like I don't do enough, and I'm not enough, and I'm not good enough, and I'm not Christian enough, and I'm not, you know, I don't have all these things and like I would want, and it's like I always feel like I'm not devoted enough, you know. And literally she was like, the Lord said you are devoted. And then I started thinking, like, am I devoted, you know? And I was just thinking about every decision I've made selfishly, but then I started thinking about all the good things I've done, like the healings I've done for my family and healing my friends, and trying to get so outside of my comfort zone to the point where it's like I may be judged and I may be ridiculed and I may be shunned, like, and I don't know, you know. And it's so funny how it's like the Lord will provide certain people in your life to show you that won't happen, you know. And I have a lot of friends now that know I'm a Christian, and it's cool, because it's like they don't have to be Christian for us to like get along and stuff. And you know, obviously I want to help them out and stuff. They're broken people too, you know. Everyone's broken, but at the end of the day, it's just so ironic. And even one of my I might mention this like in a testimony later on, or like in a different video, but one of my friends had COVID, and this is something I've never done, never talked about with her, and I felt a conviction again. I felt it, like you can feel it, like when the Lord wants you to do something, because it just won't go away, like it'll just stay. And then I start feeling guilty about it, so it's like you can discern when things are from the Lord and when things are not, you know. And it's when you feel at peace. But anyways, there's a lot I could say about that, and there's a lot of videos about that, but she felt the Holy Spirit for the first time, and she is I'm pretty sure, Jewish agnostic. So I was pretty shocked, but I wasn't too shocked because I knew the Lord wanted me to do something. And all of a sudden, she wants to go to my church, she wants to meet Elizabeth, like all this stuff's happening, and I'm just kind of here, you know. And it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy how, you know, the Lord is using me, and I'm just trying to be devoted, and I'm trying to do what he wants me to do, and I'm, you know, trying to listen to him as best as I can to do, you know, what he wants me to do. So I just think it's really cool. Besides like all the bad things happening on lately, you know, I did watch this video recently how Christians, when they're close to deliverance, they start getting attacked. I do think I am experiencing that heavy. I'm experiencing that heavy because I've noticed it's not my unbeliever friends getting attacked. It's just me, you know. And it's because, I mean, demons are smart. I mean, they know what they're doing, you know. I mean, they know you, you know, and they have an assignment that they came to do, and they will do everything they can to fulfill that assignment, you know. And I don't want to get into demonology right now, but I mean, that's their whole goal, is to just take souls, and they get so like, they just work overtime when they don't get their way. They really, really do. It's crazy. Sorry, guys. It's like kind of annoying, but yeah, they work overtime for sure. And I have been feeling that a lot. I've had to, you know, pray a lot more lately, fight a lot more lately, and I'm about to do some other stuff. Because it has been a battle. And we really are warriors in Christ, you know? Because this is so real. Like, this is such a real battle, and it really is a battle for souls out here. Like, left and right, you know? It's like my cousin, like, suicide, like, my stepmom dying, like, I mean, it's just all around. I mean, death has always been around, I mean, since I was, like, a kid, but, yeah. I'll probably make another video talking about books, because I've been reading a lot of books lately. There are certain books that are helping me a lot, and helping me with the fight, and, staying strong. Obviously, like, the most important one is the Bible, but there's just certain books that, know how to, like, lay down a prayer really good, or have good testimonies, or have good, explanations of things. So, yeah, I'll probably make, like, a video sometime in the future for that. If you have any books you recommend too, I'm, like, open to that. I just downloaded, like, this thing called, like, audiobook. I really like that, because sometimes I'm on the go and I have things to do, and I don't do as much as I would like to do in the day, so that's been a really good thing for me. And also another thing is, like, it has been very hard dating a person who does not care about their sobriety as much as I do, because I feel like I've had to fight to get where I am today. Like, I'm completely off my meds, FYI, off my meds, off drugs, like, just really sober at the end of the day. And it's like, I feel like I had to literally fight to get here, and it's like, the fact that some people just treat it like nothing is just, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't, the fact that people are just so unsupportive, and, you know, I really am a loner out here. I mean, truly, like, don't get me wrong, I have friends who support me, but I'm talking in my relationship. I feel like I really support myself a lot of the time. You know, I'm fighting for my own soul at the end of the day. And it's harder when you're around people who trigger you, and who, don't care if you're sober or not, don't care, like, you know, if you're happy or not, don't care, like, you know, whatever. It's just like, what do you care about? Like, I don't know. Man, I'm not saying this stuff to be rude or nothing, but I'm just saying whatever's on my mind right now. So my mind is just a big concoction of things right now, and, you know, I'm just trying my best right now, but it makes things harder when you feel like you have no support in something where you feel like you should have support, you know? And the fact that, I don't know, they don't want to be by your side with it, I don't know, for some reason, it's just that I don't feel peace about that. Not at all, but, and it's so funny, because it's like, the fact that people just group think so much and stuff, it's just like, I don't know, it's so hilarious to me. Like, I'm just so not like that at all. Like, if someone brings something up to me, like, sometimes I'll just, like, not like it just because they brought it up, not to even be judgmental or anything, but it's like, I stick to my standards, like, no matter, like, what people say. So it's just, it's funny to me how people will just openly admit that they group think, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't feel that way literally at all. Like, I don't have to have everyone else's validation to say what I need to say and do what I have to do. It would be nice to have support, sure, and friends, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not super caring about other people's opinion of me. You know, I'm sure a lot of people judge me at the end of the day, and I'm learning to not care more and more. So I even started posting on like Facebook about my spiritual views, and that's like a totally new thing for me. I'm like, that's the level of, I literally don't care that I'm on, you know, like, I don't care if you know that about me. I don't care. If you want to have that discussion, like, it's a part of who I am now, you know. So trust me, I'm not the most social media savvy person, but probably never will be, to be honest. I have different views about those things now. Social media, I think I've made videos about this in the past, but it just kind of seems like, also my throat really hurts right now for some reason. I think I need some water, but yeah, just kind of seems like a big popularity contest, you know, and like who can get more likes and followers even though they're fake and they bought them, and like everything's photoshopped, and it's just so dumb. Like, it's just, I respect people who don't have social way more now than I ever have. Like, if people tell me they don't have social, I'm just like, wow, like, we need to be friends right now. Because it's just, it's like an addiction, you know, and they do make those things for you to get addicted. I mean, it's so evil, guys. It's like, anyways, it's just consume, you know. Don't think, just consume. And that's another thing, is like, I used to think Christians like never would think about anything, and I, like, seriously, I think about everything. Like, I think more about everything now than I ever have in my whole life. And it's just so funny. I will think about every single little thing and like try to break it down to the little nitty-gritty stuff. And I used to just think like Christians, like, and don't get me wrong, there are Christians like that don't break it down and do just accept things, but I used to just think all Christians were like that, and I used to just think like, oh yeah, that's just how they are, and that's just the way they think. Like, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. But yeah, anyways, guys, this video's getting kind of long. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, sorry if I offended anybody. That's okay if we have opposing views. At the end of the day, you know, I mean, that's, you know, that's okay. Not everyone's gonna agree on everything all the time, you know. That's another thing I hate about cancel culture, is like, everyone just wants everyone to agree with them and just like bind to what they say, and like, I don't know, it's weird, it's just uncomfortable, like, ugh, like, it just makes me queasy, you know. But yeah, guys, just pray for the Lord's will with me, like, really, to Lord Jesus. Like, just pray like the Lord blesses me, leads me where I need to go. I don't know what else to say. I'm going through a lot right now. I'm just stressing myself out right now. I have a lot coming up. School's coming up. I have a lot I need to do. And that's coming up soon. So, yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I'm probably going to stop working on Sundays so I can meet more people who are more like-minded, because I guess I've never really had that, or a lot of that, so I'm going to try, like, getting outside of my comfort zone, and I'm going to try pursuing that with people my age. So, I'm kind of nervous about that, but, you know, I'm just praying for the Lord's will to just take me where He needs me to go. And what else? Like, don't get me wrong, I do attend a place, but it's not very big. Like, there's just micro ones, so it's like on one of the days in the month we all meet up, and that's like a big thing. But other than that, it's like, you know, and we're all there for each other all the time. Like, we literally have like a 24/7 like prayer thing that we have going on. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I would like to have people around my age to go do things with. And I mean, really, these people I do view more as like a family. We're all kind of like family, in my opinion. I view my pastors almost as like my grandparents. That might sound so weird, but that's like really how close we are, because like we are not afraid to just say things. Like, we're not, like, that's the really cool thing about my, like, where I go, is like there's no judgment. Like, you could tell them that you're like doing crack, like heroin on the street, and they'll just be like, wow, that's so messed up, like, we want to help you though, like, you know. They won't be like judging you and being like, get out of here. Like, no, they're not like that at all. Like, that is not their character. So I'm just so thankful, like, and there has been instances like that. So it's just like, it's crazy the stuff I see sometimes. But I'll have to make like a video about that, about the things I've seen healed, the things I've seen cured, the people I even see cured to this day, the things that no longer hinder people. And really, it is just all God. It is just all going to God, you know, and that's how they got better, which is like crazy. But I mean, not really. I mean, I feel like I talk about enough stories now where it's like, you know, you guys kind of get it. But like I've said, like, you know, my life is very spiritual, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, I'm gonna get going, guys. So it's really nice talking. I have to do some chores and some errands, finish up some stuff for today, and I hope you guys have a good day. If you guys have any other like prayer requests or anything like that, I do have like a list of people that like I pray for and stuff. So if you want prayers for like anything like super specific, just like let me know, and I'll make like a new list or something. So okay, all right. Oh yeah, and one more thing, this just like, I don't know why this just like came to my mind, but like about the like devotion thing, I guess I say that because the Lord really wants me to help the poor. Like, that has been a thing He has been bringing to my attention over and over and over and over again. Like, it doesn't matter if you go to church. What matters is if you help the poor. You know what I mean? Like that is such a huge thing to Him. And He's making it so apparent to me that it's just not even funny. So, I guess that's why I feel guilt about devotion, being devoted, but the Lord sees me behind closed doors, and He knows my relationship with Him, and I think that's why she said, you are devoted. So, I don't know. Not like it super matters, but I just felt like it just made me really happy, because it just really showed me like the Lord really does see me, and really does know me, and does see what I do behind closed doors. So, alright guys, well, I guess that's all I have to say. So have a good day. Bye bye.